So first of all, I would like to say hello, sir. Today I'm going to do the configuration on load balancing, um, update, config the cloud to serve the Laravel applications and set up the MySQL database. So let's start. So first we have to create a droplet. I create this droplet for my um, Laravel application. So I set up this VPC. Um, wait. Um, so I pick up uh the Juventus here. Okay, so basic chiller. Well, the pick long term support. Okay, now you so create a password. Or I already created passive. So I name this server to Juventus 24 PHP 8.3 and F1. Okay, so because I set up the first Laravel application, so let's create it. So wait a minute for for uh, this digitalization to set up the web server for us. So let's wait. Okay, okay, now it's finished. So copy this IP address and remote the site through mobile actor. Paste the IP. Okay, so I will name this server is app app1. Okay, so let's wait a minute because a little bit slow. Okay, right, what happened? Why it's so slow? So let connect again. Go to session and paste what the IP address. Paste it here. Okay, now log in. Let me rename it to let's say app one. Okay, so login as root, and here's my password. Paste it here. Yes, sell. So let's install Apache server. Yes, and then let's install PHP. Okay, it finished. And then we have to navigate to our root directory. Yes. And remove this default directory, default file, and create the new one, which has an extension PHP. So write PHP code to show um sorry, show the PHP information. Oh, okay, okay. So now let copy this IP address, copy it here, and is it in the internet? Okay, so the version in Apache is 8.3. So we have to check in um what I call um in our machine, the call machine. Okay, so it's the same. So the configuration is successful. And the next thing we have to install all the extension that the Laravel application is required. So in here, I have to install one more command line interface, and because I have to communicate with my actual database, I have to install uh, PHP MySQL. So again, I'll let enter. So yes, okay. So we download the important extension for Laravel. So sorry. So the next thing is to install the composer. Yeah, sudo apt install composer. Yes. So we have to install the composer. Yes. So it worked. So now let's create the Laravel projects. So it has the command to create a Laravel projects, which is here. Okay. So for the Laravel project version, I choose Laravel 11. That's so it is already. But um, if we do the routing to, so our project is test application. Oh, sorry, test Laravel and public. So here, because the Apache doesn't has the permission to access our Laravel folder. So to do this, we have to to grant the Apache user to access to this Laravel file. So like here, okay. So now let's refresh this. It's work, but it has some error which called SQL line because we not yet set up the database. So for this time, I have to um, ls cd to test.laravel and we will scan and nano the env file because here is the environment variable for the Laravel application. Okay, so I will store all the session and catch for native, not in the database. Okay, because we haven't set up the database yet. So save it and exit. So now if we refresh, it actually worked. And um, the next things, I have to um, let list it and do some coding. Yes. Now go to the result. Oh, sorry, the respect. Right. So ls and cd result ls cd view nano and ls. And now let's change um, the front view of our Laravel application. So here is the code. Look, the purpose I'm doing this because I want um um to you know take some note like Laravel set up successfully and well configuration. Okay, and moreover, I have to write some PHP code to echo my current server address that handle this Laravel application. So echo it. So this this sorry, server IP address. Okay, and then sorry, I had to put it in the paragraph or something like this. Okay, and semicolon. And in here, I want to concatenate the string with the variable, the global variable, which called server, because I want to get the server IP address. So it's the server and address. There you go. Okay. Control S and Control X. Now let's refresh the page. You will see the server IP address, which might change here the URL. But the next purpose that we want to do is to uh, we want to put this Laravel web page to be the document root by it means that if we input uh, this domain name, this IP address, we will automatically pop up this page. So, but currently, if we do that, it will route to another another page. Okay. So to do this, we have to change to do the configuration on the let's say what can we call the the cd pwd okay. And to do this, we have to go to the Apache server configuration file. Apache Apache 2 and ww. Sorry. We call it the site aware label. Site aware label. Okay, and ls. So we have to now know to change this Apache configuration file dot configs. Sorry, no s. And here is the document root. So we have to put test Laravel and application public. Yes. So if we change the configuration file, the next thing that we have to do is to restart your Apache. Sorry, system ctr restart um Apache 2. What? Oh, okay. restart. Okay, it restart. So now if restart the server, it's work normally, of course. That a bit. Um, so as you can see, it worked. So I have this screenshot. This also the whole thing and put it in here. Okay. So now the next thing for us is to setting up my actual server. Okay. So I have to create one more droplet. So let's create it. So I have the next thing that I have to do is to set up my actual server. So Singapore, we say, okay, AMD. So for the password, it's same. And here I put it Ubuntu 24, right? Uh, no, here Ubuntu 24 long-term support, and I put it DB. Okay, DB. So now let's create the monitor is awesome. Okay, so let's wait a bit. Okay, so now let's copy this IP address and do the remote access. So I have to create a secure shell. Okay, okay, accept it. So here I will put it on, I will rename it to the DB, the database. So put it as root. Oh, why doesn't work? What's wrong? I create it again. Okay, it's work. So I rename it to DB. Okay, so here is the DB server. Okay, so the task is to what can I say? It has to install my actual server. So here's the command to download it. Yes. Okay, so I download my actual server on the machine. So now let's wait a bit. My actual server is running. So because I had so it worked. Okay, so to test my actual is successfully download, we have to write this command. Why is so slow? My actual value root dot key. So you can see it's work. So now let's settle the database. Okay, so now it worked. But what we want is we want to allow the machine not in the local host to access this database. So we have to create another user for this database because why we have to do that? Because we cannot even be allowed there any host to access to our database, but unfortunately, we cannot allow the uh, what can I say the root user from outside of the database machine. So we have to create another user. So find the comment here. Okay, so I have to create another user. So I'm changing from surname to Nara. Okay, and I change from localhost to any host. This sign, and here is the password. Okay, so it creates successfully. And another thing, it has to create a database file. So command to create a database is here. I pass it. So db Nara. So if someone to check the database and can see it here. Okay. So the next task is to grant access for the user that at the moment. So to grant access, I have to write this command. Okay. I'm not going to grant access all the database, but actually I want to only grant access that web. Let's see. Okay. Um, on the database which is called okay. So now so I check here which the user which all Nara and not only local host but any host. So let enter it's work. So now I can log in as the user Nara right now. But I don't log it. I don't log in the localhost. So so to to allow the database can connect from outside the world, we have to run the command. We have to change uh, the configuration file. Here is the directory. Okay, then as can see here in this line, we see the bind address. And rather than the localhost IP address, we change it to any IP address can access the database server. Yes. Now let Control S and Control X. So we do the configuration of the configuration file. We have to reset the MySQL server CTO restart MySQL. Yes, it worked. So now our database is allow any machine um, to log in now. So I have to screenshot this also. Let's screenshot it. Okay, and then paste it here. So sending in my extra as well. Okay, Control S and back. So here is my extra. So let's screenshot this output also. Okay, and then go into here. Okay. So the next thing is to connect the Laravel to my actual. So to know that the Laravel is connected to my actual, let's go to our Laravel. So here is our Laravel. It's work normally, and here is the remote access. To know the Laravel can connect to the my actual, we test it by do the Laravel command, which is ppp artisan migrate. If the migrate file is successfully, it means that our Laravel can connect to database. But to do this, we have to configure the enemy file first. Okay, so let's cd pwd. Oh, sorry. Okay, cd, and then we have to route to navigate to this folder as Laravel. Okay, so let's change the env file env dot env. Okay, so and here we can see that database hosts open it. Okay, okay, uncomment it and uncomment it here. Okay, um, so we have to change some value of this. So beside my actual line, I will put my actual. And here is the localhost. Beside the localhost, I will put the main IP address of this server, the database up here. So let's paste it. Port. Set, okay, right. The database not Laravel but DB Nara. Okay, and beside root we call it Nara, and password also Nara. Right. So now let save it and exit. Okay, so um, now let's do the PHP. Sorry, let's screenshot this also here. Let's screenshot. This means I has config this migration, this env file. Okay, um, and paste it here. Okay, this is the first picture. So now let's do the migration. Control S, Control X. PHP artisan migrate. Is it work? It's mean we successfully config connects my Laravel to my extra. Okay, so now as you can see, work. So let's screenshot this also. Mm, where is it? Okay, can see it work. Okay, now let's paste it in here. So it means we can migrate it. So now let's check the table in here to make sure um, we have the database that we migrate, which is the table like a create user table, create catch table, or create job table in this database. Okay, if we see all the table, it means it's success. Okay, now let's log in. Make sure .u. Now let's log in that as this user, and the password is also Nara. Okay, now let's show the table, show the database. Sorry. Okay, and use db dot. Okay, so table. So now let's see here, as you can see, okay, it's work. Okay, it has turned. So let's screenshot this also and paste it here. Where? Okay, okay. So the next task is to clone the app server into two server and a total of three server. Okay. So the next task for us is to clone mm, this app, Laravel app. Okay, but I have to do the backup file previously at the moment. So I'm just here is my moment backup file set 8 minutes ago. Let's create a droplet. Okay, and VPC Singapore. Let's put it 18. A password to CMD. Oh, sorry, not CMD, but no, prepared. Copy it and paste it here. So we create two drop platform here, which we call not app1, but instead by app2. And here is app3, PHP 8.3. Okay, now let's create droplet. Okay, so here is my um, another Laravel's application server. So if we copy this, we'll see previously the Laravel, but in the different IP address. Then wait a minute. Why it's so slow? Let's reset it. So here it worked, as you can see it here. Okay. So but it different there in IP address. Okay. So it means our backup is successfully. Okay. So here, mm, let's copy this. Okay. Port. Sorry, the IP address is end with 40. Here is end with two 212, and here is end with 234. Okay. Now we successfully do the backup. Screenshot this and clone there as well. Okay. And the last thing is to the next time is to get a load balancer and link to these three apps. So we will link through these three apps, not just by the front end or client, but we we split this traffic to connect to these three apps by using the load balancer. So now let's create a load balancer. Mm, where? It's in the net. Okay. Now let's create a load balancer. Region, Singapore, PPC, Additional Public, one node, HTTP. Okay. So we call it LB, load balancer, not DB, but instead LB. Okay. So let's check it again. Okay, I put it lead region. So let's create this load balancer. it take more time to config. So left that a bit. So it take some time to config that bad. Okay, now it works. So choose the droplet. So I want load balancer to split the graphics for this three machine. Okay. One, two, three. Okay, that's great. Let's add this droplet. So now it works. So it takes some time to do the configuration to merge this uh three server, three Laravel app server to be one cluster. That was a minute. So I refresh it to make sure it actually works. It's still collecting that wet. Refresh it again. Take a minute. Still fixing. Refresh it again. still collect things. So yes, it's that healthy. So now this means that this configuration is successfully for the load balancing. So to test it, we have to copy this IP address to test to see how this can I say uh, it can load balance to all these ever node, split this traffic node. So if we do this, but let me see, verify from why it doesn't allow us. Hmm, refresh it. Side. Maybe it's security reason. Anyway, I think it worked, but because of the browser security reason, that's why we can't access to it. Mm, so anyway, because of the security reason, I will check it later. Okay, so let's screenshot this thing. Mm, submit. Okay, know what's wrong. And the last thing is to create firewall for all of this uh, application. So go into network and then choose firewall. Create a firewall. So for the inbound traffic, we allow SSH or HTTP. And for the outbound traffics, we okay let allow um, for the outbound, it means we only do my actual and HTTP also. Okay. For outbound, we pass back to the HTTP. Okay. As a also secure SQL. So name is the app Laravel file. This means that it's go from ATP out from ATP as H and here also have my actual. Okay, so what we want to apply to one and Ubuntu's three. Okay, create this job, create it viable. So it successfully. So let's screenshot the thing. Okay, paste it here. And okay, three droplet. So I think it worked. And it's also that's all for my video.